We have two sources of oysters in Delaware Bay. One of them is the wild oyster fishery, and the other is the cultivation of oysters on farms. The oyster industry was decimated in the late 1950s by disease, and Rutgers has been breeding oysters since then to rejuvenate this industry. They have two kinds of oysters here. In addition to the disease-resistant lines, they also produce something called a triploid oyster. The triploid oyster is an invention by Rutgers scientists and also scientists at the Virginia Institute of Marine Sciences. It's sort of like seedless watermelons. So the reason seedless watermelons don't have seeds in them is because they have an extra set of chromosomes. We've been able to produce an oyster that also has an extra set of chromosomes. So it's all oyster DNA. They're not genetically modified organisms. They're safe to eat and they're healthy. They grow just like any other oyster does, but they don't reproduce. So as a result of that, they just continue to grow. And they reach market size quicker, so you have a year-round oyster market now.
About 40 to 50% of the oysters cultured in the US and in France are triploid, using the technology we invented here at Rutgers. Aren't they beautiful? This is about 2 months old. It will take 18 months to reach market size.
What we're looking at here is called rack and bag culture. There are metal racks out here, and on top of them we have these mesh bags. These mesh bags are used to hold the oysters off the bottom so they don't get buried in the sand, and also keeps them away from predators. As the water is leaving, you'll see them close up very tightly, and a bit of water will squirt out of the oyster so that they don't dry out when they're exposed to the air. Oysters are really important organisms because they're building up a habitat that allows more organisms to come and grow, and so that's what we call a foundational species. Oysters are all filtering the water. As they filter the water, they're removing the sediments and things that are in the water and improve the environment.
Can't forget the lemon.
It's a nice experience if you enjoy oysters to eat them at different times of the year and learn how their flavor actually changes because the kinds of things that they're filtering out of the water.
I'll just eat these and nothing else.